So what's going on, guys? My name's Violent. Welcome to GRIZZombies. We're here today to talk a little bit about the Super Easter egg. As you guys know, we've been collecting soul keys as we're pretty much finishing these Easter eggs. Let me know in the comments below if you've completed all the Easter eggs up to Shaolin Shuffle so far. We still got a DLC 3 and a DLC 4 to come. So guys, you wouldn't be surprised if I told you that the Reddit community already searched the files for that secret calling card we talked about a long time ago, and it's locked and classified. This is apparently what it looks like, but I can't believe it at this point because it's the troll head, you know what I mean? So it might just be a troll on Reddit right now, but that's some word out there that's in the community. But Lee Ross did tweet out some official information on Twitter about the Super Easter egg. The seeds are sprinkled within each movie, bringing the truth closer to light with each film's completion. What is Willard Wilder up to? So if I were to ask you guys that same question, what would you say? He did reply to me after I said it was confirmed with a smiley face with the sunglasses. You know, that's the emoji he likes to use. Pretty much confirming that I was correct. The Super Easter egg confirmed with the season pass. Lee Ross did state that we will have to revisit Zombies in Spaceland. I'm guessing that we'll have to revisit the Pack-a-Punch room, probably to place the soul keys and collect whatever reward that may be. Since we're on the topic of the Pack-a-Punch rooms, why don't I show you guys each Pack-a-Punch room back to back, that way we could take a better look at what's going on. In Zombies in Spaceland, we didn't really see anything out of the normal. The only thing that was really different in this projection room is the orb holder, which you guys know is the exquisite Easter egg. That, of course, isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about the ritual symbols that are in the middle. There are 5 of them. And the shelf that holds the urn. We've seen inside the urn, and that shows another symbol, but nothing much on Spaceland that we could see. When you go into rave mode in Rave in the Redwoods, you'll see these orbs floating above the 5 symbols that we've seen in here before. Now, I believe this is a direct correlation to the Super Easter egg, and my idea is that we're going to have to revisit each map, go into the Pack-a-Punch room, and place the key in order for us to collect the weapon. We'll have to do this in every map, but I'm assuming this is subject to change. But moving into Shaolin Shuffle, what are we seeing in here that's different? The only answer is that there's a second icon next to the urn. Makes me believe that we have 2 soul keys up until this map. That's why there's a second symbol on the wall if you've completed the Easter eggs. Besides that, we have the switch that gives you the alien fuses. You know, we go down and charge those in the train station, but that's all that's in the Pack-a-Punch room at this time. We only have 3 maps available to us, 3 soul keys that we can collect. We do have 2 more to go in order for this season pass to come to a completion. My idea is that the Super Easter egg would give us some sort of weapon in Pack-a-Punch, but we do know now that Smiley is a weapon that post-Easter egg that you can collect after you beat Rave in the Redwoods. Smiley's the chainsaw weapon that we see the slasher using every time you go into rave mode. He's coming after you. He has this chainsaw, and we get to unlock that after we complete the Easter egg. This is not something you can pick up, though, every single time after you spawn into the map. You have to complete the Easter egg in order to pick this up. And I think a lot of the confusion is that in Shaolin Shuffle, we get this katana. But after you complete the Easter egg, you're allowed to come back and purchase this for 10 grand. And so technically in Shaolin Shuffle, this is the first time we have an Easter egg weapon available to us post-Easter egg. The Smiley doesn't technically count because you can't get it the next time you start a game. You have to actually complete the Easter egg. So this is something we have been calling for. I mean, ever since Black Ops 3, we wanted the Super Easter egg to be important, and for us to feel important that we accomplished it. Shaolin Shuffle brings the katana to the table. And this by no means is the Super Easter egg yet. This is just enhancing the gameplay. And I just wanted to make that clear so there's no more confusion on my channel about post-Easter egg weapons that we're getting. For those of you guys who have subscribed, you'll notice that I did Easter egg guides on Shaolin Shuffle. I'll link the very last boss fight in the description box below if you want to check it out. But that was the last of the tutorials when it comes to actually producing step-by-step videos for the Easter egg. I'm going to be focusing more on breaking news elements within the Zombies community and also patch notes that are vital to the success of the meta of the game. This isn't necessarily a bad change. YouTube's kind of changed as well, so I'm evolving to the way the channel needs to be. They're requiring 10-minute videos in order for YouTubers to even to make somewhat of a living. I'm here to provide quality content, not necessarily to make a living. That'll eventually come way down the road. But for where we're at currently, the VPR is doing well for me. It's one of the weapons I prefer in Shaolin Shuffle. I like to cruise in and hit that mystery box until I get it. I know I did confirm this weapon as a wall weapon, but that was just because I was told that as sort of felt confirmed because he was a friend. He got sent out to Infinity Ward to test try out the map. He ended up being wrong, so I was wrong. But I'm not going to let that hinder my judgment moving into the future. The patch notes are key, man. And that's what I'm going to go off of to make sure my information is as accurate as possible. But the season pass isn't over. I mean, we're only at the end of DLC 2. We still have DLC 3 to come. And a lot of theory comes along with that. It was in black and white. We pretty much saw a Dracula scene with like a cape and whatnot. It was interesting. So without you having to go over to Reddit, reading a bunch of different theories, I'll give you the best theory out there, and it's one that me and Greg came up with. I'll link Greg in the description box below. He's somebody I work with in a lot of different types of zombies content, the Power Up podcast being one of them. But the theory that we came up with is that the whole black and white scene, somewhat of the vampire feel that you're getting, is that it's a resurrection of Frankenstein. But as we know, each one of these things is a different film. So knowing that it's a film, it's a zombie outbreak happening with the resurrection of Frankenstein as the storyline base. I seem to think that's the most compelling way to take this cutscene. At the end of Raven the Redwoods, we got the cutscene for Shaolin Shuffle. It was just a little bit of the intro, but it actually didn't even make an appearance inside the intro, which I thought was pretty interesting as well. So since that actually happened, it makes me think that this little clip that we're seeing might not even make it into the intro of the actual cutscene for DLC 3. But don't let that hinder you. It's definitely a clue as to the feel of what it's going to be. These cutscenes are very cartoony. And I know a majority of the zombies community comes from this evil, dark, Nazi zombie background. That's where everybody started with Treyarch. And with Infinite Warfare Zombies, we did 180 that all the way around and make it more cartoonish to fit the masses of the new community that's being built with zombies. A lot of you guys are here on my channel watching this video every single day as I post it. I see you in the demographics, but I also see a lot of you guys that are my age, in the late 20s. I'm 26. I'm not sure where all you guys are coming from, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys showing up. That's not a total lie. I know a lot of you guys come from California, but there's a lot of people that come around the world and watch this, alright? The internet's a big place. At some point after DLC 4, we will know official steps to this super Easter egg and what you gotta do to actually claim that reward. Right now it's a little bit vague, but I feel like this Easter egg isn't going to be that complicated. At the end of the day, all the Easter eggs are pretty easy. 3 different items that we gotta somewhat put together, charge up, and that gets us into the boss round. Seems to be kind of a repeating factor in Infinite Warfare Zombies. Let me know if you guys agree. If you do, just be sure to smack that like button right away while we finish this conversation. Some of you guys may not remember, but in Zombies in Spaceland, when it first started, we didn't have outlines of our characters, with names on them especially, so it would disappear all the time and you couldn't always tell when somebody was down. They patched that in later on, and that became a thing throughout the rest of the maps. I can say that the improvements have gotten a ton better from what they used to be. Major improvement on their part, and that's what's cool about Infinity Ward. Of all the patch notes that I've covered, it just keeps saying that they're listening. They continue to get the feedback from you guys. Every comment that you do on my video helps improve that feedback. Lee Ross gets to it, accepts that knowledge, tells his team, and things get changed. And that's what I love about Infinity Ward, is they've made a hell of a comeback since Call of Duty Ghosts. If any of you guys played Extinction, then you guys will well know that they've come a long way, and they've definitely hit the market when it comes to zombies. They're definitely on the map. Infinite Warfare just happened to be at the wrong time. And this time, people did not want the future. They couldn't come back from that. And Infinite Warfare Zombies at least stayed boots on the ground with it. So with Lee Ross teasing that the super Easter egg's been sprinkled into each and every map, what's Willard Wyler up to makes me think that they're continuing to listen, and that each and every update and patch that I provide to you, it's showcasing a little bit more of the caring and procedure that Infinity Ward is putting into this mode. And that's what I appreciate the most coming into this. And I can't wait to see what they got for DLC 3. I'll see you guys in the next one. Viollent out.